Welcome to day 6 here in Fuerteventura, day 1 of the freestyle, and as you see, it was still windy. In the first round we had some very tight battle, but in the end all the top seeds came through unscraped. However, in round 2 we saw the level ramp up a big time and we saw the first big upset of the event. It was Golito Estredo against last year's winner and world champion Leonard Neubauer. Golito came back strong in the second half of the heat and just snatched the victory in front of Leonard, who now will need to fight back in the double if he wants to defend his event title here. However, in the quarterfinals, it was actually Steven Van Broeckhoven who took down Golito Estredo to put himself into the semifinals. The newest addition to the top 4 here in Fuerteventura was Takumi Moriya from Japan. Takumi took on some big names. First was George Grizzly, who innovated with a flaka into no-handed flaka. After that, it was the professor of freestyle, the most innovative rider there is, Bals Muller, to then get past Nicholas Niblin, who was really on a run of his own as well. Next tight heat we had in the quarterfinal was Adrian Bosson against Jacopo Testa. In the end, it was a battle that went blow to blow, and it was Jacopo in the end who just snatched the victory over Bosson, last year's single elimination winner, by 0.2 to set himself up into the semifinals. Yentel was on a force of his own, loving the strong winds here in Fuerteventura. Kicking off his fin, opening his legs, nothing bothered him on his way to the semi-final. In the first semi-final, we saw Yentel Caers taking on Jacopo Testa, who started with an amazing air cabi, but it was Yentel Caers who in the end fought back in the heat and take his spot in the final. Who would he meet? Well, it was his Belgian teammate who get past Takumi into the second semi-final to set up an all-Belgium final. So in the Belgium final, Steven didn't find the rhythm he found before, and it was Yentel Caers who fought back strong and took a clear victory here in the single elimination. In the losers final, it was Takumi Moriya against Jacopo Testa. Jacopo Testa started off really strong, but in the end it was Takumi who fought back with an amazing shifty, bonka, and all the moves to just get ahead and find himself on the podium for the first time in the single elimination.
I'm super stoked to take the win here in Fuerteventura, and especially sailing the final together with Steven. It's my mentor for so many years, and it's since 2019 we sailed the final here as well together. So it was super nice. I'm stoked.
In the women, we saw some new faces. This gave the chance for new people to fight in, but in the end, in the semi-finals, it were the regular faces. Meeting Sarah-Quita, our defending world champion, and on the other side, Lisa Kloster against Maaike Huvermann. While Maaike lost here in the single elimination last year against Lisa, she didn't want to let it happen again and started off strong to make her way into the final, giving clear signals to Sarah she wanted her crown. In the finals, we saw one of the tightest heats so far in the women's discipline. It was Sarah going against Maaike Huvermann blow to blow. Some of the moves that were going down in the final were absolutely insane. Maaike had an amazing burner on the way out and even landed a spot corner on the way in, one of the first in the women. Yet it was not enough to hold off Sarah-Quita, who just won by 0.7 against Maaike. We will see who will win in the double, but at the moment it's Sarah-Quita on top, followed by Maaike, and in third, Lisa Kloster. So that was the action for day one. Tomorrow the double elimination is on the schedule. It's still windy, it's gonna be blowing, and is Leonard gonna make his comeback? Tune in tomorrow.